advice for the foreigner in London. Lesson 3. It's dusk, and you pass a stranger in the street. Greet them politely.
Good evening.
To take the conversation further, talk about the weather.
Real brolly buster, isn't it?
Fact. Londoners have 107 ways to say that it is raining.
Can I have the last sandwich?
Nice weather
Oh,
for the farm.
no, I need that.
Coming
A
down
wise
in
bear
December.
always keeps a marmalade sandwich in his hat in case of
Heavens
emergency.
have opened and it's bucketing down. Follow these simple rules and you will always feel at home in London.
Oh, Lucy!
Earthquake!
Get to the shelter!
Oh, Lucy, keep going!
All right! Uncle Pastuzo! Uncle Pastuzo! Uncle Pastuzo!
Pastuzo!
Uncle Pastuzo! Aunt Lucy. What are we going to do?
Stay out of sight until London.
But aren't you coming?
I am too old and too tired to go any further.
Well, then what will you do?
Don't you worry about me. I will be safe in the home for retired bears. But it is not yet time for you to retire. You must find a new home in London.
But I don't know anyone there. What if they don't even like bears?
You know, there was once a war in the explorers' country. Thousands of children were sent away for safety, left at railway stations with labels around their necks, and unknown families took them in and loved them like their own. They will not have forgotten how to treat a stranger. Now take care, my darling. Remember your manners. And keep safe.
Dear Aunt Lucy, I have arrived in London, and so far it has rained, poured, drizzled, and chucked it down. And I miss you. London is not how we imagined it. Hardly anyone says hello or wears hats, and you can no longer simply turn up at the station and get a home. It's hard to see where a bear could ever belong in such a strange, cold city.
Every morning it arrives at 11 o'clock, bringing salvation. Just like a train that I took many years ago.
Really?
Oh, yes, you see, there was a lot of trouble in my country. So my parents sent me all the way across Europe. When I was not much older than you are now.
Was it hard to find a home?
I had a great aunt who took me in. But I soon learned a home is more than a roof over your head. My body had traveled very fast, but my heart, she took a little longer to arrive. But now I should like to take a look at your hat.
Oh, thank you.
Unusual color. It is hard to say how much of that is original and how much marmalade.
My uncle always kept a marmalade sandwich in his hat, in case of emergency.
You're pulling my legs off. What a splendid idea.